Good morning, guys. It is Thursday, August the 26th, and you're watching Triple R Farms, and my name is Daniel. And before we head to the cornfield today, I thought y'all would want to take a look at our cotton. I have not had a chance to look at any of our crops. Just busy running that combine during corn harvest. So this field is pretty close to our main shop, and thought I'd just take a look at this cotton, see where we are, because I think it's going to be a good crop of cotton this year. It's had perfect weather, so let's take a look. Okay, as you can see, we've got white cotton. All right, well, here's what you got. Is you make cotton makes a boll, and this is a boll. So all these will turn into this, and they open up from the bottom of the plant coming up. So everything at the bottom is starting to open up because they're the oldest bolls on the plant. These are the first ones that were made. So this will open up and look pretty much kind of like that one. It'll probably open up a little wider, but it's time, guys. When you see this, it's not long. The cotton plant is pretty much done growing. Really, it doesn't need any more rain. It can take the moisture that's in the ground right now, and it has enough to open up all these bolls. But what you do not need is a bunch of rainy weather coming here, overcast like it is today. And what you'll get is a lot of moisture down in the canopy under here. In between the rows, you'll have all this moisture, and it doesn't get a lot of sunlight because all the leaves are all blocking the sunlight, and you'll have boll rot. So all these bolls down at the bottom, you'll have a potential for them to rot. They'll look black and they won't even hardly open up, and you'll lose a lot of yield because of boll rot. So we're okay. They are loaded up. We just need, a half-inch rain every week is not going to be a problem. What we don't need is a couple of days every week, 2 or 3 days of just rainy weather. But nothing we can do about that, so we'll see what happens. But it looks really good. It has just got bolls all over it. See all those bolls? You can tell right here at the top, it's got bolls all the way to the top. So this plant is done. It's not trying to put on any more squares. And by squares, I mean that's what it makes first. It makes a square and then it turns into a boll. That plant knows that it is done. So it is shut down, and all it's focusing on is filling out the bolls that it has on the plant and trying to make them as big as it can, where they'll open up. All right, I had a feeling, guys. I had a feeling we were gonna see some white cotton. Okay, we got to get back to the cornfield, guys. We're trying to wrap up Blackwell's Bend. Got a lot of small fields from here on out. Hopefully, I'm gonna get real close today to getting through. If not, hopefully we can wrap it up tomorrow. And the only other thing is we got rain chances. I think it's 50 today, and then it ramps up tomorrow. So let's see if we can have a productive day, and let's see if we can knock out Blackwell's Bend this week. All right, let's go. The what?
The wire, this whole thing was unplugged. Not plugged in.
It was saying fuel what?
It says fuel filter blocked. This thing was down like that. Which way does it go? I guess like that.
It's supposed to have a little pin that holds. Oh, you got it. If you got a 340 and you want a foot pad like this,
that's a boot block.
A boot block.
For bracing yourself.
For bracing yourself running this high speed thing. Just get in touch with PA.
We painted the case red for you too.
Yeah. We can paint it red or black. Just let us know in the comments. Alright guys, while I got a second, as you can see behind me, we have overcast skies, so we can't quite get started quite as early this morning. So I had to take a look at my sieves and concaves this morning for an issue I'll tell you about in just a second. But while I got everything opened up, I thought I'd explain to some people who might not know how this big combine, you know, shells corn and gets the kernels off the cob. Well, here's a quick run through. Okay, of course, as you've seen in the video, the stalk comes through here. It's got these rollers up under here. They're actually grabbing that stalk right where my finger is, and they're yanking that stalk straight down. When they yank it down, it hits your deck plates. These are your deck plates. So that's what actually makes the cob pop off the stalk. And then these gathering chains, that is what pulls the ears, sends it right there to that auger, then it goes across and in the combine. So we'll jump right here real quick. So our ear is going in the throat of the combine. All it's doing is just taking it. It's not doing any grind or anything. It's just taking it from point A to B, and that is to the bullet rotor, which is right in there. This big round thing right here, if you can see it in there, it is just like a big old round pipe, and it is spinning like this very, very, very fast. You can control the speed, but these little things right here, if you can see in between the bars, that is what's grabbing that corn cob and mashing it up against this concave. These are concaves, these are round bar. So it's smashing that cob, and it's making the kernels drop right here. And so, okay, we got kernels right here, a little bit of trash, maybe some cobs. So all this is riding on here. Well, then it goes back. This is your sieves. This is what actually does the cleaning. It's gonna try to catch the kernels, but yet walk the trash out the back. So we'll walk to the back of the combine. Y'all still with me? Okay. Ow! Oh, it just hit my head. All right, this is really hard to do. I gotta set y'all down for a second. I gotta do some climbing. Oh boy, it is tight up in here. Okay. Now these are your sieves. You got your pre-sieve up there, the one I showed you. And then you got your upper sieve. You can adjust these and close them down where, you know, you can regulate how much trash actually falls down in between there. Trash walks out the back. Anything that came down the bullet was coming down that long pipe I was showing you, the bullet rotor. It's going to be thrown right here. This is a chopper, and this is just shredding anything, your trash and everything you see coming out the back. It's just chopping it up. That's why it's called a chopper. So okay, so we got trash going out the back, we got clean grain going down in there. Try not to fall, kind of just slide down. Oh gosh, I'll feel that in the morning. Okay, so real quickly, we're back to the middle of the combine, and this is your clean grain auger. Basically all this is a big chain that goes all the way up to your tank. It's got little paddles on it, and so it's going round and round, and as the grain is being brought over here, it's dropping down in the bottom of those sieves, and it's being brought all the way to right here. And as it's being brought this way, this is going up all the time like this, and so it's grabbing everything and carrying it up to the top, which is it going straight in your tank. Okay, last part of the tour. I hope this is not too boring to y'all. Some of y'all may already know exactly how all this works. If you already know, sorry. We'll skip to the better part of the video here in a minute. But for the people that didn't know, I thought that's a pretty cool inside look of how it works. You've been watching the videos, now you need to know how it works. Okay, so now we're down here in the tank. Remember, the clean grain was coming up, the clean grain elevator. So it's coming up and it dumps out right back in here. You can't see it. I'd have to take that cover off. But actually it comes like right into the bottom of this auger is where it's dumping into it. From here on out, it's just coming up this auger. And it's just going right into the tank. So that's basically a quick tour of how an 8250 Case IH works. This is a 400 bushel, excuse me. This is a 410 bushel tank. As you've seen in the videos, once we get this tank full, fold this big bad boy out. And that is the auger. And it comes out like this, kind of like my arm, and dumps right into that grain cart. Okay, that is the end of the tour. Now it's time to start combining. Y'all check out these windows. Look how clean Mark gets my windows. Woo. Perfect. Guys, it has been overcast all morning. The sun is just starting to peek through the clouds. But it's 11:30. It's been overcast all morning. We're combining, but it's not great conditions. But you can kind of see some blue sky now, here and there. And you can see the old bright sun kind of shining through in spots. So the variety that I'm in right now is a refuge variety. And what that means is that it's a non-BT variety. And I'm in Pioneer 1870. And basically what that means is that it only has Roundup Ready in there. And that means you can spray Roundup over the top, but it does not have the BT gene built into it. And you have to plant 20% of however many acres you plant, 20% of it has to be a non-BT variety. So what the BT gene is, it just helps to protect that corn crop from pests. So you have to plant 20% of it to keep the pests, worms, etc. from getting resistant to that technology. So that is why I planted Pioneer 1870. Last year I had some Dyna-Gro refuge corn. So this year I thought I'd try some Pioneer. It's averaging okay. I'm hitting some 150. It got up to 170, but it's not blowing anything out of the water. But usually the refuge corn varieties never do. One more thing. All the comments that were directed to my grandmother, she is absolutely loving all that. Because like I said in the last video, she reads every single comment. She knows everybody by name, and that's all she talks to me. She doesn't talk to me about the channel. She talks about me. Did you see what such and such said? He was wanting to know this or that. So she is absolutely loving the comments that were directed to her. So thank y'all for that. So hopefully this weekend I can get her set up on YouTube. She doesn't have an account where she can respond back. So if I get a chance this weekend, I'm gonna get her set up, and she can start responding to comments that were kind of directed to her, saying hello and all that. And we called her Granny, so I'll probably give her the name Granny. So if y'all see somebody named Granny that is responding to the comment, that's my grandmother. So hopefully I can get that done this weekend, and y'all can start hearing back from her. Back to farming. All right, it's time to move behind the gravel pit. We got 4 fields left. Let's go. There's only one more thing that we have to do before we end the video, and I'm gonna need y'all's help. The thumbs up. If you click that, if you like the video, then click that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. We love it. YouTube loves it. So if you don't mind, I'm already full again. If you don't mind, click the thumbs up. And like always, see you on the next one, guys. We're out.